everyone. Let us do a quick analysis of what happened and what we are expecting for tomorrow. So we are starting at the monthly chart. At the monthly chart, we said that this was the bull flag, and since this was the bull flag, the nearest target for the monthly bulls is around 5707. And if we consider this just to be a stop, then we will be looking at around 6400. Okay, that is far away, so we are not even bothered about that at this point. It is actually a little bit higher if you do it that way properly. It's around 6450, so that is another 1000 points away, right? So there is no point in thinking about those levels right now. For now, we will be looking for the for this particular level on the monthly chart. 5707, that around that area, right? So this is what we are looking for on the monthly chart. Now, given that there is no bearishness yet, and I am thinking that this is very much possible that by the end of June we go and touch this level. Let us go to the weekly chart right now. Let us remove all the indicators and the drawings, remove the drawings. Okay. So on the weekly chart, if we say that this was the leg that has happened before we had a pause, even that is telling us we are coming to come above 5691. Even if we stay conservative without the wicks, we are looking at 5637. This is the area, right? So these are the levels that we need to remember, so that it does not confuse us when it goes there and we are trying to go long and it suddenly reverses on us. So these are the levels that we need to remember. Let me make these a little accurate now, because we are so far near the targets. So it is better that we get a very accurate estimate of what we are looking at. So I just considered the bodies to get my target. Yeah, 5640 is a very good target for the weekly bulls. If not today, if not this week, highly possible that by next week we'll touch that. We may have a couple of down days also, but we had a nice breakout today. And as long as that breakout is not broken out, that breakout can be retested. We can go below that. And if we come back above, we will again try to reach the highs again, right? Do we have any wedges created here at this point? Let us see. So this is the wedge again. So this is something that we looked at it yesterday also, which is around 5694 level. Let me expand it and get it a little bit accurately. So this is the line that we will be looking at. So 5594, this is the line that we will be looking at for the weekly bulls to hit. And now one single bar is not going to reverse the whole thing. Even if we get 3 continuous bars and then an inside bar back at the EMA and we bounce from there again, we may go and hit the top once again, right? So there is nothing that is preventing us from keeping on going up. We are saying that this is the target, that it's very highly possible it will touch this 5640 and it will break out of this wedge and it will just keep going. I mean, the market is insane right now. It is just going up. After the weekly, let us look at the daily chart, right? Let us again remove all the drawings. Now, if we look at the daily chart, the first thing is that did we get the measured move of this? The idea was to get to 64. We did not even get the measured move of this yet, right? So even if there is a pullback, there's a big chance that we are going up. Now, tomorrow we are very much interested in getting a bullish bar, even by one tick, right? I was expecting that to happen on the 4-hour chart. We'll talk about it. But if we do not get a bullish bar and we get a bar which closes somewhere around below the 3-3 area or something, we may actually get another continuation down to test this area. However, even if overnight we come and test this breakout area at 1975 and 1925, let us see what exactly is that, 1925. If we come and test this area, we dump below it and go back above again, there is a high chance that we are going to hit the top of the range once again. So on the daily chart, the only comment that I have right now is this climactic? So we don't know. We don't know if this is climactic, if this is going to be an exhaustion bar and we are going to come down, if this was the final flag. Now, one thing to notice here is this is a island setup, right? It's a detached island setup. So this was the whole thing here, and this is the detached island setup. Most of the time, these setups creates reversals, right? But that reversal, how far that reversal will come, that is what we have to see. As long as we do not break down this low, the low of this candle, there is nothing saying that we are going to come back down, right? And then on top of that, we have this huge body gap here, which never got even filled properly. So we do not even have, after the creation of the initial body gap, we do not have a single candle which even closed below it properly, right? So this is the body gap that we have here on the daily. So it may come back down here again, it may come back to this level, and then we may bounce back up again. We never know, right? So we have to be aware of all these levels, and we will be looking at the behavior at the lower time frames and then decide what the market is trying to do. Do we have any new wedges that got created here? Let us take a look at it quickly. If we are trying to say this is the first one, no, this wedge is very far away. If we are trying to draw another one from here, so we had this third touch, this may be another wedge on the bull chart, but that is also pretty far away. So as of now, we do not have any wedge except the fact this was a wedge breakout, right? So this is one more line that we will keep in mind, just to ensure that line may act as a support. Now since we broke out of this, we may come down, take support here, and keep going back up. So now let us look at the 4-hour chart. This was again the breakout area that we had on the 4-hour chart, and we may very well come and test it one more time. But the point of interest is, I was expecting that we get another 4-hour bar after this strong bar that we had all day today. I was expecting another 4-hour bar to get formed here in a bullish way. It did not. But then if you look at the sizes of these 4-hour bars, they are actually looking as bull flags, right? They are just like something like this. So we came down, we could not get below the 1-hour EMA, and we keep going up again. So we have to remember that on the ETA chart, we'll have to look at the EMA. So we have the 26.5 right now as the EMA on the 1-hour. But again, we have to revisit the whole thing tomorrow morning and see what is happening and what is going on. Now, even on the 4-hour chart, my target did not get hit yet. So my target is somewhere here 5573. If we consider that we want to do a 1:1 of this whole area, 5573 becomes a target. And this looks like a bull flag at this point to me. So it is highly possible that we reach there and we keep going up and we reach that 5694 to 96 level that we saw on the weekly chart as well. Talking about wedges, let us see if we have anything developed. So if I take this high, this high, this high, this high, no, nothing. I cannot get anything out of this. This wedge has been a breakout. Now if I do a measured move from here of this particular breakout, because this was a wedge breakout which is supposed to give you a 1:1, so that 1:1 we have achieved today at 5541, correct? So that part has been done. Now, apart from that, do we have any other wedges that can be seen? Let's try and find out. This can be one wedge. This can be a target, but that is again above the 7-3 line. And if we are looking at the 4-hour chart and we are somewhere here, this is highly possible to, if we go above this, it is highly possible that we will come and try to touch this line here. We had another wedge breakout here. This line will be very important. Okay, so this may form another support at this level. So I will keep this line and I will keep this line as well, just in case, to make sure that we know what is happening at the top. And then if I start a wedge from here, this is another wedge line that we have broken out of. Now we have to see this may be the line of importance, right? So we have to see if we are going above it or we come below it or we are holding it, and based on that we can decide what is going to happen tomorrow morning. However, based on this leg that we had the first leg, we had the second leg, I am expecting another third leg to happen, which may take us to the 7-3 area and then to the 9-4-9-6 area. Now what happens if we reach these levels right overnight, right? That is also possible that the London session itself takes it up to those levels. So then we will try to find out if those levels are getting rejected and we are coming down towards the close of the RTH day as of today. Correct? So that is how we will play this. Now let us save this chart And then let us move over to the ES 1 hour chart. This is the hourly chart we are looking at, and at this point of time I see we got one leg down up, we got a second leg down, right? So this is just creating a trading range here. This is a balance zone on the hourly chart that is getting created, and tomorrow morning we will have to see how this thing has behaved and how it has, whether we are still inside it, whether we are trying to break out of it. We will have to look at that point. Right now on this 1 hour chart, if you see, we can create this kind of a wedge, so we will have to see tomorrow where it goes and hits on the top. If you want, if the price wants to come down, this may be the first area that the price wants to retest. This is similar to what we had on the 4 hour chart, and then this will be the first area of support on the 1 hour chart. If we come down, even before that, this will be another area of support on the 1 hour chart once we come down. So let me put it as a buy zone. I will mark this one also as a buy zone. Okay, and if we get down from there, this is the body gap that we still have. So this is the bullish body gap. This is the first bullish body gap that got created on the hourly chart before we had this climb up. But if you see that we had one leg down, two leg down, and then we straight went up, right? This is the first leg, pull back, second leg. If the third leg happens, and if we want it to be of the size of the second leg, again 5606 is the target. So it looks like that 5494 to 96 on the daily chart looks to be a really good target at this point of time, and it can even go up to the 5602 area and then start getting rejected from there. So do we have any more wedges? Can we find any more wedge setups here? This can be another wedge to the top, but this is just forming. So we will keep an eye on this line, but that will happen only once we have crossed above this, held above this, and then we will go and tap this, right? So this is a secondary line that we have at this point. But now we have to see how far this second leg on the hourly comes down. It can come down to the 3.5 level, it can come down to the 1.9 level, it can come down to the 1.3 level. So we'll have to look at how the market behaves, and then we will have to take a trade based on that. However, once this 1.6 area, the 1975 area breaks down, or the 13 area breaks down, I will be really careful if we are not trying to reclaim those positions back up, right? Because at that point of time, there will be a big chance that, okay, this was a climactic bar, this was exhaustion, and bears want to push the market down now, and bulls want to take profit. It may very well come down to lower levels. So if we go below that, this will be the next area of support, and then we will have some interesting lines here. One being this will be a very interesting support at 5490, and then if we break down from that, mostly it will try to come down to this 5470 area. Below this, again, we have this gap created. This gap is already there. This is the body gap that we had. We'll mark it in blue. And so if we want, if the bears are really serious, they can come and test this level. But for that, they'll have to go through a lot of hoops, and I do not think that is happening tomorrow. Okay, now let us look at the final piece of the puzzle, which is the RTH 5-minute chart. If you see that we are in this kind of a channel here, the breakouts of the channels have failed, and now we are around the 50% line. We are actually below the 50% line. These are the several support and resistance areas that we have on the 5-minute chart, right? On the RTH, this is the 41237. This is one area where we had a bull flag. The previous bull flag formation was between 30 and 2675, and before that, this was the sideways movement between 15 and 10. That is our 13 area. Apart from that, this was one of the breakout lines today. So this area will also act as a very good support at 5502, and below that we have the 5490 to the 86 area, and after that we come down to the 5473 area. So this is the whole range of data that we have. This is what, based on what we'll have to carry out our planning tomorrow morning. If you want to join the trade planning session in the pre-market, the link to is given in the description below. Along with that, you will also find the link to our free Discord server and the Facebook page, and the call starts at 8:45 a.m. EST every day. So that is all I have for now. These are my support resistance levels that I will go by, apart from the regular fibs. Once we start going up from here, if we again go above this, maybe this will be a very good target for the bulls to reach. I do not know whether it will happen tomorrow, by tomorrow, or day after, but we are in a bullish move, and as long as a strong breakout bar or a strong breakout area, which happens to be the previous ATH right now at 1925, is not taken out, the bears will not have enough teeth to take the market farther down. So that is where I will end the video. As always, please like, share, and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification icon. I will see you guys again tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. EST. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.